Brad's our Zicky, a 14-year-old, which is just
I feel like I'm like he's stable.
basically, you made $700 the first night, you know, bought a Gucci belt, crazy stuff like that. But, you know, I got into this thing, dude, and I was completely uneducated. I had no idea what I was doing. I went to school. I got my product. Next day I went to school, went around throwing Verve cans down people's throats like, yo, you guys, we're going to get rich, dude. Check this thing out. It's awesome. Well, obviously, that's not about how you go about something like this. You know, completely backfired. Right away, my school was like, dude, scam, pyramid scheme. You know, you guys hear it, too good to be true, all that kind of stuff. But, dude, now, like 3 months after that, I plugged into the system, and it really got rolling. But, you know, I'm going to have my boy Jamie come up. He's been, dude, killing this thing. Only 19 years old, man, making straight racks. You know, he has a Beamer outside. You guys can check that out. And, yep.
Jamie! Well, thank you guys so much for coming out. I mean, I'm excited for this. I haven't been out here to Macomb before to do meetings with you guys, so definitely excited to be able to come here and speak to you guys. So understand that I'm just a normal kid. We're nothing special. We're not anybody coming in here trying to sell you guys 2 cases of anything. I'm a normal 19-year-old kid. I came from a household just like this. My mom works 2 jobs trying to put us all through college. So it's like understand completely the exact same as you guys. And it's crazy. Look at me. A year ago, I was working at Taco Bell. I was working at Taco Bell, Michigan State. You've ever been up there? I was serving all the drunk college kids. And it really wasn't my favorite job, obviously, but I was looking for something different. I was looking to be able to go out and find something that I could be passionate about. The thing is, I didn't know what it was. I was going to school for marketing, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do with that. So I got blessed. I'll be honest. I was completely blessed to have found a flyer on my campus that said, need money but don't have time for a job. I decided to check it out, and I ended up meeting this kid, Luke Hessler. Now, Luke's on his way here right now. The kid is 20 years old. Back when I met him, he was 19. He was not the Luke Hessler making 6 figures at 20 years old. He was just Luke Hessler, broke frat boy. Like, he was big ego, small bank account. So when I met this kid, he was making no money. He had no proof this thing worked. There was no videos. There was no resources. If we got just this corner of the room in the meeting, we'd be excited. And the thing is, I looked at that kid and said, okay, dude, you're having trouble explaining it. You're stuttering. You're stumbling over your words. You don't really know what you're talking about, but you're excited. You're passionate. And I said, okay, just because of that, I'm gonna jump on board with this thing. I'm gonna look at you and say, okay, I'm gonna try and find out what the big picture is with this thing, what this thing's all about, and why you're so excited about it. And I said, okay, if you can be this excited, and you don't even know what you're talking about, you can be that passionate about an opportunity like this, I want to figure out what that is. Because obviously I'm not excited or passionate to wake up every single day and go to school, go to work. It wasn't fun. It wasn't something that I was happy with. And the thing is, you guys gotta ask yourself a question. Like, what if money was no issue? If you won the lottery tomorrow, if you won $286 million, the Mega Millions, would you go back to school tomorrow? Would you go back to your job? Probably not. The thing is, if your answer is yes, then you're happy. But if the answer is no, you need to do something different. Because if you want things in your life to change, you have to change things in your life. If you want something different, you have to do something different. And that's the thing, guys. This opportunity here is something that is so different, something that I didn't even know existed. I didn't know this whole network marketing industry has been around since the 50s. I didn't know there's been countless companies over the years who've gone out and made millions of millionaires. The thing is, I had no idea. I didn't know that network marketing was the 2nd highest paid profession in the world as opposed to professional athletics. So unless you're going to go join the NFL, the NHL, the MLB, the NBA, this is our shot. This is our shot to be able to go out and do something, guys. And that's what's so crazy. Is for me, Vemma is my passion right now. The thing is, I'm not going to be doing this for the rest of my life. It's going to pay me for the rest of my life. I'm going to work really, really, really hard now and use this as my vehicle to go out and do what I really want to do, be happy. For me, I want to travel the world. I want to go out and affect lives. I want to change the world. I want to be able to leave this world a different place than when I entered it. The thing is, right now, if you have that type of vision in your mind, you're looking, you're thinking, if money wasn't no issue, what would you be doing? Maybe you'd be sitting on a beach somewhere. Maybe you would be owning your own company. You'd leave the country, you do this, you do that. The thing is, a lot of people, they say, that's not realistic, so I'm going to settle for what I got right here. I'm going to go to college, I'm going to get good grades, go get a degree, put it on a resume, go back for a job, go work 4 years of my life to retire at 40% of my income. The thing is, if you settle for just that, you're really selling yourself short, guys. You got to understand that you can literally go out and do anything you want to do. I mean, it sounds cheesy, but understand that right now, with an opportunity like this, an opportunity to go out and make a residual income that can literally change your life. Something where if you go out and you work really hard in this thing for a couple months, you're going to get paid for those couple months for the rest of your life. So for me as a 19-year-old kid, making about $4 grand a month, that's awesome. And for me, I was making $400 a month at Taco Bell. Barely even worth my time. So you see the big change, and you see that where this thing is going. I was one of the first people to start this thing in Michigan. Luke Hessler was one of the guys who found me, and like I said, I was working at Taco Bell, and this kid could have prejudged me and said, this kid's working at Taco Bell, he parties too much, he's on academic probation, this kid's not going to be good at this business. Don't prejudge anybody. You never know who can come out and be an absolute monster, be an absolute killer in this business. And for me, I found one kid. I found my buddy TK. This kid went out and he enrolled 57 kids in his first 2 months. That's crazy. He played football for Michigan State. You can go out and find those people. You can help duplicate the system, help duplicate the little things that you're doing, and you start to make some serious money, guys. So the reason that we're so excited, the reason that everybody's here is because of this little energy drink Verve. If you guys have not tried it, try it. I mean, really, everybody I meet likes it. If you try it and you don't like it, this business isn't for you. That's not a big deal. But the thing is, we're working with a healthy energy drink where we can say, okay, one, you're drinking Red Bulls, Rockstars, Monsters, all this different stuff on a daily basis. Starbucks, Smart Water, you're spending money on beverages on a daily basis. Let's say on average about $3 to $5 a day all across the nation. The thing is, if you take that once a day, $3 to $5 a day, and you put it towards Verve, once a month, you're not spending more money, you're just relocating the income that you already spend and put it towards Verve instead. So now, one, you have the opportunity to drink a healthy energy drink. I mean, we're drinking this crap anyways, the Red Bull and all that stuff. I mean, do you guys see the article about Monster? Monster doesn't even let their own employees drink Monster. You guys see that? Literally, they came out of the picture on the front page of the newspaper and said, Monster purified water, because they put it in their vending machines and they don't let their own employees drink Monster. They make them drink water out of a Monster can. You see Shaun White, you see all these different athletes, they don't drink Monster either. They drink purified water out of a Monster can, because they know that they killed a 14-year-old girl last year, that Red Bull was linked to 13 deaths in 2012, that 5-Hour Energy was linked to countless deaths all across America. That stuff's not good for you. So when we say we have a product that can come in here and completely innovate the industry, we can say that Red Bull owns 70% of the energy market, but Red Bull owns 0% of the healthy energy drink market. And that's crazy. So we really have something here. We have an industry, a $5 billion industry that's going to double over the next couple of years. We have an opportunity. Then you say, let's combine it with social media and take the concept of network marketing, combine it with social media, and make it social media marketing, guys. I mean, that's crazy. You look at this and say, okay, this company, they don't have an advertising department or a marketing department. They don't do commercials, print ads, or billboards. They pay us as students to do word-of-mouth advertising. They pay us to tell our friends about this thing. So now let's say I go out to a movie and I really like it. First thing I do is I tell my buddy, hey, you got to go see the Batman. It was awesome. Now let's say 2 weeks later, I get a check in the mail from the producer saying, hey, Jamie, thanks for telling me about this movie. Here's $5. I mean, that would be awesome. But that's just not how it works. In this, it's exactly how it works. Where we don't do commercials, print ads, or billboards. Red Bull spent $900 million last year on commercial advertising, the stunts. I'm sure you guys saw the guy get dropped out of space with the Red Bull logo on him. It was a $30 million stunt. And guess what Vemma did last year? Vemma was a $120 million company, and they took half of what they made and paid it out to us instead. So they paid out $60 million to people just like us last year. They paid out half. So over $1 million a week was paid out to people just like us for talking up the product. So instead of spending it on the commercial advertising, which is absolutely dead, because guess what? Think about what is the last commercial advertisement you actually remember seeing? You don't. Exactly. You think about YouTube, how many times you press skip ad, and it gets the 15-second one, you're damn it, I'll skip the ad. And so you got to understand that commercial advertising is dead, and word-of-mouth advertising is huge. I mean, you see something like 30,000 advertisements a day. Did you know that only 17% of all purchases are from commercial advertisements? Over 70% are from word-of-mouth advertising, which is exactly what we do. We can get paid to do something that we do every single day, whether we realize it or not. So whether it's your shoes, your shirt, your hat, the drink you're drinking, the food you're eating, you have a brand name on you or around you at all times every single day, whether you realize it or not. You wear a cool pair of Nikes, your boy sees that, he goes to the store, buys a cool pair of Nikes, you're not getting paid for that ever. You're not ever going to get paid for that, even though you technically referred him to Nike to go buy those shoes because he saw yours and he liked them. Just so you can't go to a restaurant with your family and bring back your 10 friends and go up to the manager and say, hey, I brought my 10 friends back, I referred their business to you, maybe you should slip me my meal for free. It doesn't work like that. I mean, we all wish it did. And with this, we've got such a simple concept where we have a product, and a lot of people ding-ding in their head, they think, I'm a salesman, I'm going door-to-door with the Girl Scouts. We don't do that. In this, it's a customer referral program where you don't have to have any business experience, any sales experience, advertising, public relations, any business experience whatsoever. We watch a kid, Luke Hessler, who's 20 years old, he'll be here in a couple minutes. We watch this kid come in with no business experience and hit 6 figures in less than a year. 6 figures, guys. That's crazy. At 20 years old, guess what the starting salary coming out of college is? $30,000 a year. And they're saying that 54% of college students are coming out of school unemployed or underemployed. That means either no job whatsoever or working a job that you're way too overqualified for. So what does that mean? 54% of you in this room aren't getting a job. The other 46%, you're going to get a $30,000 a year job. So you have a 46% chance that you're going to get a $30,000 a year job. Those are the stats. Because right now, you can't go and work in a factory like our parents did. It doesn't work like that because they're outsourcing, they're doing it for cheaper, or they're making robots. You can't go make that living anymore. So the thing is, there's 3 things that you can do. You can wait for the government to raise minimum wage. You can wait for your job to pay you more. or you can go out and you can do something different. Because straight up, that's what we have here. We have something that is absolutely different, something that is blowing up. Obviously, we're packing this room for a reason. And we got my boy Brad Alkazin here. This guy's the #2 income earner in the company. He's 27 years old. When I joined this thing, he was making only $10,000 a week. Now this guy makes nothing less than $60,000 a week at 27 years old. He's helping me. He's helping you guys go out and do the exact same thing. So understand, this thing's not all about making money. Guess what? None of you in this room benefit me. None of you in this room are in my downline. I'm doing a cross-line meeting because I'm so passionate about this opportunity where it doesn't even bother me that this doesn't make me any money. Because that's how passionate we are about this opportunity. So we look at network marketing, an industry that our parents generally said did not work. And we're innovating it, guys. We're going out, we're doing something that's never been done before. You look at Microsoft, guys. Microsoft, Bill Gates went out there and he built the computer company to $80 billion. The thing is, what did Steve Jobs do? He came into a market that was closed. He came into a market where people said, you're stupid. Why would you ever try and go up against an $80 billion man who created Microsoft? He goes, well, I'm not going to try and reinvent the wheel. I'm not going to go out and claim to have invented the computer. I'm not going to claim to have invented the tablet or the phone. I'm just going to say I'm making it cooler looking, easier to use, sexier, build a culture around it, make it more appealing to the young demographic. That's what Apple did. So you look at Apple to Microsoft, that's like a Vemma to an Amway. Amway back in the day, 50 years ago when they first started, they started this thing using snail mail. They went and told people about these meetings. Getting 4 or 5 people in a room was crazy at Amway. Guess what their product was? Mops, soap, toilet paper, cleaning supplies, ketchup, mustard, household items. Stuff that doesn't interest us. You look at companies like Avon, Mary Kay, lotion makeup, doesn't interest everybody in this room. You look at Herbalife. You look at companies where they set little capsule pill vitamins. Doesn't really interest us at all either. You look at a company like Vemma who took this 2-ounce shot of liquid Vemma, a vitamin supplement, the most healthy antioxidant out there, and they put it into an energy drink. And now, yeah, that catches my attention. That says, okay, there's a healthy energy drink. Well, that's not available to us. Now you say it tastes good. Okay, and you can tell me I can go make money by telling my friends about it, because guess what? I would drink this product right now if this company stopped paying me. If this company stopped paying me, I would drink this product every single month because I absolutely fell in love with the product. Guys, that's the #1 thing. If you don't like the product, this is not going to be for you, because you have to be passionate about what you're telling people about. This opportunity is so easy, guys. Customer referral program. If you like the product, for us, in order to join you, to buy the product for yourself to drink. So think about this. If you're going to go run your own business, this is running your own business, you have a monthly overhead. Every single month, put money into your business. Well, let's think of a restaurant, McDonald's. You put $1 million down right out the gate. Now, every single month you need to pay your rent, you need to pay your utilities, you need to pay your workers, you need to pay for food. Every single month. Now, we say we have a customer referral program. If you can go out and get 3 customers, 3 people who do not want to be involved in the business whatsoever, just want to drink the product, 3 people just to drink the product, your product's free next month. You get 3 people to fall in love with it and drink it once a month, your product is free forever. So that's like saying your only overhead in this business is buying the product for yourself to drink, not to go sell door to door. So if you're getting it for free, your overhead is 0. That's like you running that McDonald's, but you don't have to pay your workers, you don't have to pay your rent, you don't have to pay your utilities, you don't have to pay for food. You just need to cook food and make money. So go out and get your product for free. Go cook food and make money, because straight up, if you can get your product for free and you help a couple of your friends get their product for free, you're going to start to develop a residual income that can pay you every single month for the rest of your life. And understand how powerful that is, guys. You look at my boy Luke, his dad's a doctor, he makes 6 figures. He makes 6 figures, that's pretty comfortable living. But guess what? If he stops working, their family stops living the lifestyle they become accustomed to. With us, we're working residual income. Right now, I make about $4 grand a month. If I stop working, I don't stop getting paid. I could leave and go to an island, to be honest, and I've got a good enough team that I really think they would grow, and I would continue to make money. Luke Kessler, if he left and went to an island, he would make $1 million in the next year. That's crazy. He's 20. The thing is, work hard now so you don't have to later. And this is a simple system where you're not scrubbing dishes, you're not mopping floors, you're not answering to some manager who their only job is telling you what you're doing wrong. That's what a manager does. Their job is to manage you. A supervisor makes sure you're not doing the wrong things. In this, we don't have a boss, we don't have a supervisor or a manager. We have a leader, we have a mentor. We have someone who, instead of saying, hey, what's next, we celebrate small victories. Instead of someone who's going out and saying, get back to work, they're going to encourage you. They're going to say, let's go. Because in this business, we're all family. You guys can tell that. I wouldn't have come here to this meeting if we weren't all family. If this thing was all about the money, I wouldn't be here. I'd be off making money. I'm working for free right now. Because I want to, because I see this opportunity for not just what it is right now, but for what it can become. That's a big thing you guys have to have in this, is depth of vision. I've been able. What's up, man?
This is my first time here, so.
Yeah.
Put an application in his hand right now.
In the first month, our good at marketing, whatever, we have 3 people to join, 3 people under us. We never
works is that in order to join, you buy the product for yourself. So you are buying 2 cases of Verve for yourself, which turns out to $150. But now you look at it like this, guys. You're buying an awesome product that's good for you. It wouldn't be found in the party store, it'd be found in someone like a GNC. So now you get 3 customers. Everybody in this room will probably be a brand partner, someone who's going to go out and do the business. So you get your mom, your aunt, your uncle to buy the product once a month, and your product's free forever. And now you're working the business for free. So understand that, guys. Simple, simple, simple concept. But I don't want to go into absolutely everything right now. I want to kind of scratch the surface a little bit, because the reason you guys are here is for my buddy Alkazin. This guy is the #2 income earner in this company. Definitely over the last year grew to be a pretty good friend. I mean, this guy makes $250,000 a month at 27 years old. And he flew all the way out here to Michigan, of all places. When I first joined, Michigan was number 48 in total sales for the company. Now we're number 6 in the entire nation. So we're definitely doing something big here, guys. And this guy's coming out here just to help us. Because he wants every single person here to get a piece of this market, because it is getting absolutely enormous. So guys, thank you so much for coming out with that. I'm bringing my boy Brown.
How you guys doing? If I have another one of those, I'll be jumping around this whole room. So, how you guys doing? I'm Alkazin. Just flew in, so excuse my attire. I was actually up at LSSU, Lake Superior State. A young girl there, she's 18, just about to hit diamond. So really excited about what she's doing. But flew in today, obviously, to work with Anton, Jamie, the whole team. I've been coming out here pretty much monthly, working with everybody here, so I'm sure I'll see you guys again. But really excited just to kind of share my quick story. I know everybody's busy, we got a lot going on, so we won't be here all day. But really, I think the biggest thing, like you said, is have an open mind. Right now, you guys, if you look around, look at what's going on. There are a lot of our parents, a lot of people we know, but people are losing their jobs. Look at what happened with stuff around the Detroit area. People are losing their jobs. Companies are closing down. Pay cuts are definitely happening. So it's forcing people, I think, to find other means, really to find, other ways to make money. And I think that's what's exciting about what we're doing. It's working. And the biggest thing I told Jamie when we first met, I said, if it's not the right timing, not the right fit, no hard feelings, man. I'm not here to push you. Nobody's here to push you. Obviously, your friend invited you here because I think you could do well with this. I think you could have a lot of success and make money with this and blow it up. But honestly, it has to be the right timing for you. But I've been a part of Vemma for 6 years. So I can tell you guys stories about the product, about the company, the owner, BK Barreco, but really more what it could do for you and what it could do for all of us, as he said, as a team, working together. And real quick, I'll give you my background, how I got into Vemma, a little bit about what happened, and kind of where I see it going, and then we'll wrap it up. But real quick, I live in San Diego. I grew up there playing basketball. If any of you guys play basketball, I brought my shoes. And basically, I was like any athlete in high school. I wanted to play in college. Graduated, signed with UC San Diego, which was Division II, and that was my whole dream. Play in college, go to school, maybe play overseas if I could. But I was in a bad car wreck after high school in Myrtle Beach at a family reunion, so I didn't end up playing that year, and that whole dream kind of went out the window. And basically was getting a lot of heat from my dad about getting a job or going to school. And I was 18, and he says, look, you got to get a job or go to school. Well, if I had gone to school, I would have lost a year of eligibility with the way NCAA works when you start your clock. And then number 2, I said, I'm not going to work at Best Buy, Dad. Like, no offense, but hear me out. Like, my friends work at Radio Shack or Best Buy, and they hate it. They barely make any money. They're getting out. They don't want to get up tomorrow to work. They don't want to, you ever seen Horrible Bosses? It's like, so long story, you guys, I was 18. I'm sitting home thinking of ways to make money. Most of my friends doing stuff that's not legal. And I start a business, and it was crazy. I was 18, and it was around 5 screens. You guys remember when these first came out? They were like 10 G's, and everybody wanted one. Maybe you guys might have bought one. And I had an idea. I was like, okay, I could get my business license. I went to the city. I got a business license, a resale permit to operate a business, and license and all that. And I started my own little home theater business. And I had a niche. I was like, look, I think there's a real niche in what you're hearing here about Verve and what we're talking about. But my whole idea was I could save you money off Best Buy. We'll install it on the wall, make it look good, and service. At 18, though, I didn't have money to advertise. I didn't have a store. I didn't have showroom or any marketing experience. So I had to get creative, something different, kind of like what Jamie's talking about with this. So I find realtors. I start Googling realtors in San Diego. Hey, Mrs. Johnson, I heard you're like the top realtor in the area. I want to meet you for lunch. I can help you make a few grand a month and talk about some real estate that I'm interested in. So I'd meet realtors and I would just tell them, hey, you just sold this guy a nice place. Why don't you refer me? I can, save him money off Best Buy. We didn't have the overhead, the building, the employees, all those types of things. We'll install it, make it look good. I'll make you look good. But every time you get me a job, I'll give you $1,000. Well, you guys had realtors going crazy off that in San Diego, and just from that, like a little bit of a word of mouth kind of, referral thing, I made over 100 grand my first year out of school. Which I look back, you guys, and I'm not here to talk about what I did back in the day, because honestly, that has no relevance on what we're talking here. But I was in the right place at the right time, and I worked my butt off, man. I was down the highway in traffic, getting 2 guys on a job, going into a bid for a house, meeting a realtor for lunch, a couple hours of orders, and then back to these houses at night, and that was my life. I gave up, basketball. I didn't go and play because I was doing pretty well with that. I didn't go to college for you guys. I believe in education. I'll talk about that in a minute. But I didn't go to college. I don't even have a degree, not even a 2-year degree. But I found something I got passionate about. And then I basically, around 08, you guys had to make a change. The economy hit. I've been a few years out of high school. Basically, one, with real estate dropping, people aren't going to put all that money in their homes. So that was something that really affected, what I was doing, number one. Number two, Costco. Can't stand those fools. They sell everything, and what happened was, and they won't get this, trust me, but the thing was, they got their hands on flat screens and the internet, and it was like Walmart will beat any price. 10 grand at Best Buy, 9 at Costco, 8, and then 7, and now flat screens are like $1,000. So there's no money in that if you kind of follow where I'm going with it in like a business sense. And so I had to make a change. Honestly, I don't know where you guys are at in your life today. Someone invited you here just to come hear about this, and honestly, we're excited because we're having a lot of young people are really growing fast with it, so there's a lot of success coming with it. But I had to make a change. I didn't have a degree. My whole dream of basketball went out the window. I did this home audio video. I learned a lot about sales and dealing with people, a lot about service, but really a lot about timing. And I think the timing is the biggest thing I want to hit on about what we're talking about with Verve. And so I had to make a change, and it was to Vemma. And if you guys don't know what it is, it's actually where Verve came from. It's a liquid vitamin. Jamie talked about it briefly. So I got on it as an athlete, bro. I got on it back in 05. I had no interest in the business. I was like, I've seen Mary Kay. I'm not doing that. So to me, I was like many. I was hard-headed. I didn't have an open mind. So therefore, I didn't really look into it. I was the one to just shoot it down and go walk out the door. But I got on the product, and I'll talk about it in a second. I loved it. As an athlete, I loved my energy level, how I felt. I didn't have any really serious health problems, but my mom did. For many of you guys, if you don't know, Vemma for a long time has helped a lot of people with different health issues. We just scarf down a Subway because we're running over here. We're always eating for taste, we're eating because we don't have the money to eat healthy, we don't have the time to eat healthy. And you just look at the rise, you guys, and you can probably relate to this. The rise in cancer and diabetes and heart disease, juvenile diabetes, there's some serious problems. And I believe it's our food quality. So I got on Vemma, my belief went up, I loved how I felt. My mom's blood pressure went down pretty much to a point where she got off medication, taking it twice a day for 4 to 5 months. Proofs in the pudding. I'll bet you anything on it that will work if you get someone on the product. So that really raised my belief. Went to the events like this, but mostly at a hotel where we don't have the means to set up like a hotel. We usually just do it like this. But I saw mostly parents taking Vemma, blood pressure down 50, 100 points, cholesterol down, irritable bowel, chronic fatigue, all these health problems. So my belief went up out the roof, really. Dr. Oz had recommended Vemma in Esquire magazine as a great, one of the best supplements for people to choose. Men's Journal said it's the best overall supplement. And then clinical studies were done on Vemma, so obviously because Vemma's in Verve, 2 ounces of Vemma is in a can of Verve, so it's proven clinically to reduce inflammation. So you're an athlete, that's something that would probably make sense if you obviously, have an injury. And they say today, inflammation is a bigger problem than high cholesterol, and it's proven to increase your immune system about 15%. So my belief went up in the product, you guys. I got to know BK, the owner. You guys are the real deal. And so from 06 and 07, my dad kind of told me about the business. I kind of heard about it. I knew people were making money. I liked the drink, and I knew some people that I thought could really take off with it. But to be honest with you guys, I was partying my face off. I had no direction of where I was going. Partying my butt off, debating on school, debating on basketball, in a relationship, and doing TV jobs. So I really was the guy that was like, yeah, I'm in Vemma, but it doesn't really work. I'm in Vemma, but I haven't made anything from it. And I come to find out that it wasn't the product or Verve or the business or the company. It wasn't the product or the company, it was me. I was putting no effort into it, and I got nothing out of it. So hopefully that makes sense. So 06 and 07, I was goofing around. But around 08, you guys, I got serious. I told you the TV thing was pretty much dying on me. I didn't have a degree. I'm freaking out. So I sat down with my dad. And I said, Dad, I love Vemma. Verve wasn't even out. This was like mid-07. I said, what do I got to do? I want to know the numbers. Because if I can understand, if I like the product and I can share it with people, I want to know what numbers I got to put up to reach 1,000 or $2 grand a month. So I want to know the numbers, and I want to show me what to do, a method. So anyway, I started sharing the product with my network. Well, my network, like Jamie talked about, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, my network was TV clients and realtors, because a couple years after high school, all my buddies went off to party and went off playing basketball somewhere. So I went to my realtors, hey, Mrs. Johnson, how's your flat screen? Want to check in on you? Hey, I'm going to be in the area, drop by and give you this product called Vemma. It's a liquid vitamin. Dr. Oz recommends it. My mom's results are amazing. I want you to try this for 30 days or 90 days, and I know your husband had some health problems. So that's exactly what I said, and I got parents on Vemma. You know, and as a customer, it's got a money-back guarantee. So to me, it was like they got nothing to lose. So in 4 years, you guys, 07 to 11, I shared it with a lot of my TV clients and realtors. I got a little over 100 people on the product. So if you're here today and you try it, that's not even one every 30 days over 4 years. So it's so doable if you actually, one, like the product and you follow how we build this. Number one, from that, probably half those people still just drinking it. Some of them don't drink it today, but half of them are about drinking it. But probably 15 people is the reason in my group or my team, it turned into like 6,000 orders of Verve shipping out, or Vemma, mostly, not even Verve, shipping out in my group. And after my 4th year, I made $484 grand. So to be honest with you guys, I felt fortunate and blessed. I'm not here to talk about my income. I'm obviously here to support the team. I don't take it for granted. That's why I'm here, and I'm here for the next 2 days working with everybody. You know, I put in the work just like you guys. Okay, so I've just been doing it longer. Logically, that's all the difference is. So anyway, I got pretty far with Vemma. I felt fortunate and blessed. I knew in the industry people made a lot more money. I've seen some of you guys, you talked about Avon and Amway. Amway's been around, it's from Michigan. Rich DeVos, the owner, is a billionaire. He owns the Orlando Magic. It's called Amway Arena. So have an open mind, you guys. So long story, my life changed again. I got a phone call real quick, and I'll tie all this together and we'll wrap it up. I got a phone call from a guy in Temecula. I live in San Diego, about an hour from my house. And Marty, we work, I owe it all to this guy. Calls me and says, I got a friend on Vemma. My blood pressure's down, I love it. My friend in Ohio, Columbus, Mark Morton, basically has been taking this Vemma, great results, owns an insurance business. Blood pressure, all that stuff's phenomenal. He loves Vemma with this. But his son goes to Arizona State. So he's like, I want you to talk to his son because I think he could do Verve. I think he could launch this in a college. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I've never really done that. To be honest, you guys, I was, you know, I was pretty much, I'd never gone to college. I didn't think my friends would do it. One, I was, you know, pretty young. I'm like, dude, my friends don't have the money. We're on a budget. So I don't know if we have the money to do this. Number one. Number two, I'm like, bro, you're not even going to take it serious, dude. Where are we doing it? Where's the party at? What are we doing tonight? So everybody's worried about so many other things: school, partying, work, girlfriend, you know, relationship, church, sports. And so I didn't think he would take it serious. So I was in Phoenix, and I met with this kid Alex for 30 minutes. I just told him my story. I said, dude, the basketball dream didn't happen. This TV thing was short-lived. But in 4 years with Vemma and parents, I'd gotten to this point. So we sat down. He's like, what do you think about like ASU, the college scene? I'm like, I don't know, man. So he tries a Verve. Adam just picks it up, drinks it. He goes, dude, I love it. If I like it, my friends will. And I think that's a big thing we can all relate to. But number one, he said, number two, he goes, dude, if I make money in this, bro, my friends will want to do it. So what do you think happened to me? The light bulb went off. I'm like, dude, all I got to do is make this guy a success story, and he'll never look back. So that day, for a few minutes, I went over the numbers with him, and I showed him a method. And I went every week to ASU for 16 weeks in a row. Meaning I left my house, I drove half hour to the airport, $300 Southwest round trip, slept on his couch, and we did meetings like this for 4 months. Well, we got 16 friends on board ASU and Ohio State, and you guys, it turned into like basically about 1,300 orders of mostly just Verve, and this guy hits a 6-figure income in 1 year, about 13 months. So to me, I'm like, dang, you know, it took me 2.5 years to do that. And I was blown away at what had happened. So, and I don't think it's the story. It's not Anton, you guys. It's not Jamie. It's not me. It's not Alex. It's the story of why you're hearing about this, or what are we doing, or why we're doing this. Well, it's 3 things. Why are we having so much success? Why are we so excited about it? You know, especially with timing. Number one, the big reason why young people are doing it, you guys, 55%, like Jamie talked about, of young people our age can't find work. I don't know about you guys, but anybody agree in Detroit it's kind of hard to find a job? Okay, so I was just in Fresno, California, and it's the highest unemployment in the state of California. And when I asked that question, every hand in the room went up. So right now, why are young people doing this, you guys? Why you gotta have an open mind? Because right now, 1 out of 2 people that can't find work our age Think about how many, like you said, Jamie, kids graduating San Diego State, Michigan State, Central, Michigan. Half the seniors will not get a job. So I think you gotta have an open mind for that reason, number one. Number two, and it's the big elephant in the room. I know you see it, it's pink. And it's student loans. You guys, and again, I believe in education, I'll give you my view in a minute, but student loans are the #1 debt in America. 60% of students have 30 grand or more. Now, I'm a little bit older than you guys. Most of my friends have 2 degrees. They're 50, 100 grand in student loans, and they work minimum wage. My sister graduated Azusa Pacific last year, All-American volleyball, great career. She's 22, and basically got a degree in business in 3.5 years, a little bit early, got it done quick. And the best job she got from a company in Orange County, a shipping company, was 28 grand. I said, Amy, how are you gonna live in Orange County on 2 G's a month? So she moves home with my dad, moves home with our parents. Moves home, gets a job local, for Mophie, the phone company. Hates it. And she's way overeducated for that job. So, and lastly, and you guys would agree, and I know better than anyone, it sucks working for $10 an hour. No offense, dude, because 20 hours a week, you make 200 times 4 is 8. After taxes, you make 600 or 700. So when I first saw this, I'm like, this is amazing. I can make more money than working part-time. And I think that's what I told Jamie. And initially, I'm like, bro, you can't go work more hours at your job to make more money. Number one. And number two, at the same time, everybody looks around, what up, bro? You know anybody has a job? What's good, dog? You know anybody's hiring, has work? And we all agree the job market is not that great. So what, kind of to add what Jamie said, it's not here to sell you energy drinks. Hopefully if you're here just checking it out, that's not the point. Tonight or today, what we do or what we're doing is you can start your own business. And it's a way different concept than you've ever seen, but it's working. And you'll find, and I learned in life, you guys, again, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I've done very well in this, is it's not hard to start your own business, but you need a vehicle. You need a vehicle to do that. I tell you my story, the basketball thing didn't happen, the TV thing was short-lived, but home audio video flat screens were a vehicle that I had my own business, man, after 4 years after high school, that I was able to make money, got a house, I got on my feet. And that's just about all of us here, we just want to get on our feet. Now the other reason we're having so much success, you guys, and as well as Dr. Oz had Verve on his show in October. You don't believe me, go to droz.com, search Verve. You'll see Protein Punch for the day, and you click that and watch the video, and he has Verve on the table and talks about it. So to me, that was such a belief builder, because obviously I'm not a health fanatic, but I know that guy's pretty credible. Now the one thing I think you gotta leave with in a few minutes is it's not retail. Catch this, you guys, we don't want it in stores, we don't want it mainstream retail. Here's why. If Verve was in retail, why would I get it from you? If this was at Chevron, CVS, A&PM, or whatever, Shell, why would I get it from you, bro, if I can buy it on my way to class, on my way to work? So if this was a retail product, it would kill the whole business for us. Number one. Number two, as a consumer, I wouldn't buy that anyway. How many things have you bought at Chevron, dude, that you didn't know what it was? I always buy the same Smart Water, the same gum, and the same chips. Girls are not going to use a hair product on their hair that they don't know what it is. But if you called your girlfriend and was like, oh my gosh, you got to try this, you'd be the first one at CVS to pick it up. So it's that direct contact. That's what we get credit for. And yet you get credit for getting someone on the product, or if they do the business, whatever they do, and that's why there's so much teamwork. See, to me, that's the beauty. People think, oh, you get money off your friends or whatever. No, dude, you're helping your friends build it, and that's what's cool. It's a team-building concept. So, my encouragement, like Jamie said, have an open mind. Number one, try it. If you like it, cool. If not, no hard feelings, bro. It's not for you. Didn't mean to waste your time. But most people love the product. The taste, how they feel. People have an emotional attachment to it. I think for parents, I think they're excited that we're not drinking Red Bull and Monster, and it's healthy for you. So I think that's a big plus. So number one, the product. Number two, you guys, real quick. And a lot of credibility. Dr. Oz is the official drink of the Phoenix Suns. They got a Verve nightclub in the arena. It's pretty sweet. But number two, like I said to my dad, like I showed Alex, I want to know the numbers. What do I got to do, man, to reach 500 or $1,000 a month? And I'll touch on it briefly, and we're going to wrap up in a minute. So it works like this. You build 2 legs. I thought of it like this: a left and a right, 2 schools, 2 areas, 2 teams, 2 demographics. So Alex that day thought of Arizona State, which he has on his left, and he thought of Ohio State on his right. Simple enough. Okay, so long story. Where are you from, bro? From here? Okay. So let's say, we play basketball at the gym, whatever, and we're good friends from high school, and you try Verve Life, and you happen to get 4 friends on board in the Detroit metro area. Okay, now what's a big school around here? Dakota, okay. So let's say you got 4 buddies on it at Dakota, right? Okay, and then Jamie, I've known you from family, your mom and my mom are close friends. I hit you up, let you try it, you watch the video, you're down, you see the big picture, and you got 4 friends on it at Michigan State. It's like 40,000 kids go there. So you guys, when you have 5 orders left and 5 right in the business, you're making about $200 a month. You're not rich, but you're making a little bit of money and you're paying for your product. So I know what we do immediately is we help people on our team do that right off the bat, because then psychologically, you're not out anything. Or, as Jamie talked about, get 3 customers. Get your mom on Vemma, get her girlfriend on Vemma, and your aunt, for maybe health problems or whatever, and 3 customers, your product's free. So we do that, 5 left, 5 right, you're around 200, 3 customers, your product's free. Let's say your 4 buddies got, 5 people on the product, and then Jamie, your 5 homies at State got 7. So 35 and 20, and you're gold, okay? Gold, I know many of us probably are here, are already at that point. Gold means you're right at about $600–700 a month. And obviously a little bit more, but that's like the low end. So my point in that is, anybody work part-time? Anybody? All right, bro, where do you work? As an example. McDonald's, okay. Now, hear me out, guys. No, well, hear me out, because we're going to wrap up in a minute. So, what would you guess, bro, after a whole month of working there, take home after taxes, you probably see ballpark? Because there were other people here that work part-time too. Let's just say 500. So here's my point, guys, and hopefully you put some time together. If you tried Verve and liked it, and you took your Facebook, your phone book, bro, and you just funnel it into this, following what we do. When you have 10 orders, 5 left, 5 right, 35 and 20, we've had young people hit gold in a week, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, and you can quit that job. You just replace that income. How would you feel? Hell yeah, dude, I just quit my job. I'm stuck. So that's my point being here today. I'm not here to glamour you and glitz and glamour all these big numbers. Bro, you can get out of your part-time job. Many of you guys could bust your butt now and not need a summer job. Okay, so hear me out, and then double that up, bro. Your 7 friends at State got 10 on the product, they're involved. 4 friends got 10. About 100 orders in your group. 110 exactly. Your diamond. Diamond's 60 and 30, but 110 in your group, and you're about $1,200 a month. For any of you guys, man, I don't know, but I could probably live pretty much off $1,200 a month, dude. $1,500, right around that, I can pay my rent, my insurance, car, and I'm now living on my own. And then 2 G's, 3, 4 grand a month, you guys will never look back. So that's my point being here, helping you get out of your part-time job. At Diamond, you can go get a 3 Series and they'll give you $400 a month for your payment. So kids are hyped about getting out of their job, in a new car, and going full-time. If you just track the numbers, $750 and $375 is a 6-figure income. Took me 2.5 years. Alex did it in 13 months at ASU, and Luke Hessler at Michigan State did it in a year. Guys, it's working. It's not even debatable. It's just, is it the right time for you? If not, no big deal. So number 1, gauge your interest in the product. Most people love it, the taste, how they feel, Dr. Oz, the Phoenix Suns, but it's not retail. Number 2, the numbers are doable. We don't have health problems, you guys. Most of my friends are like, yo, I like it, it tastes good, it's healthy, I'll make money. What do I do? So if you understand the numbers, 10, 55, 110, 3 customers, your product's free. Okay, 3rd, do some homework, man. Do some homework on what? The website. If you look on the can, Vemma, it's V-E-M-M-A. Vitamins, essential minerals, mangosteen, and aloe. It's an acronym, maybe you can learn that in 10 seconds. It's got vitamins of Vemma, it's a 32-ounce bottle of travel size my mom had first taken and what pulled me into the business. It's got vitamins A through E, your multivitamin, 65 plant source minerals. If you're an athlete, mineral deficiency, athletes deplete their body of minerals when they work out. Mangosteen helps with joint pain and inflammation. It's like the acai fruit. It's high in antioxidants. You got aloe vera, and it has decaffeinated green tea. That's it. Vitamins, minerals, mangosteen, aloe, green tea. Those 5 components make up Vemma. It's preservative-free organic. 3 customers, your product's free. Verve has 2 ounces in it. The orange can has 80 milligrams of guarana, which is natural caffeine. Double Starbucks, this is like 200. The black one has 120. So you'll definitely see a difference, but it's not going to make you all wiry and jittery, you won't crash. And it's got a little bit of guarana, natural caffeine, a little taurine, and purified water. And you guys, it's the healthiest thing that I do all day, by far. So the point being is, if you do some homework on the website, read about the product, the company, the owner, VK, you guys go on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Verve Energy. It's our YouTube channel that really tells our story. The job market, student loans, $10 an hour, and how young people are becoming quick success stories with this. If you guys go on there, watch Kaylee Warren. Kaylee Warren's 20 years old, ASU, she's her 2nd year there. This chick got on board January of 12, got 9 friends from her high school in Phoenix on board. Basically, has about 2,500, almost 3,000 orders in her group. For you guys that are in Vemma, she cycled almost 600 times last month. She's 20, dude, and she makes about 4,000 to 5,000 a week. See, I've had a traditional business, and I've had this kind of business. I've never seen that kind of income. I made 7, 8, 10 G's a month in the home theater, and I thought I was on top of the world. And I'm seeing Josh Noble, 22, cycled 1,300 times, senior at Arizona State. He's been in this since September of 11, Alex's roommate, and this kid basically makes about 7, 8 grand a week. He's 22. I mean, I'm talking like that's to break $500,000 a year, dude. And that's the funny thing. You don't know what you don't know. And what's funny is even if you made it to the NFL, dude, and you make the minimum, bro, you're the minimum, you're on the team, but you don't even play, you make 450 G's a year. And we have guys, you know, and that kid Alex that I told you about from ASU, last week in his 2-year mark in the business, hit Royal, which by title of Vemma is $1 million. It's not about you guys, but I helped the kid go from 0 to $1 million in 2 years doing this. And the only difference between you guys is he's been doing it longer. So do some homework, man, on the website. Do some homework on these videos. If I were you and you really want to do it, I would chop these videos up and I would dissect what they're saying. Because what we say in the videos is what works. The job market, student loans, $10 an hour. And I think I did a video on there called The Employee Mindset. Change your mindset, you guys, from an employee to an entrepreneur. And here's why. Do you believe that an owner of a company thinks different than the employees? Yeah. So if you can get into that mindset of an entrepreneur, I learned in life, you guys, life is not about what you know, it's who you know. You guys are going for the job, your dad hires, you're getting the job over him. It's just the way it is. You guys, and I believe in education. I maybe hear a lot of different mixed people's opinions about this. I like learning, I like history, I like certain things, so I believe in education. But I honestly tell you this, and this is wholeheartedly, I believe a formal education will give you a career. Hands down, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I honestly believe a self-education, what you'll learn and what you do in this, will make you a fortune. Every time. And I believe in education because Alex got his degree, I didn't. My dad got it from USF, San Francisco, I didn't. But the point is what if we could get our friends excited about doing something like this while you're in school? I had told Jamie and Luke, I'm like, look, dude, put beer and video games down, let's make money. You know, and that's the thing I looked at. I'm like, look at our friends spending money on coffee, $2 or $3 Starbucks. Soda, Chipotle, you get a burrito, you have a soda, drink water, dude. So, you know, energy drinks for you pregame or workout or party. You know, my friends, and here, excuse me on the parent side, but my friends, I'm going to say it out loud, spend more money on alcohol, weed, and Adderall every day. And people will laugh sometimes when I say that, but it's like, yo, homie, quit doing that. Give that up for 90 days, dude. Quit drinking. I told Luke Hester, I'm like, yo, quit drinking and your business will explode. And what happened? Because you guys were goofing off, getting wasted, and tomorrow you feel like you know what I'm saying, and then you don't get anything done. So the point is, man, if you want things to change, bro, you gotta change. That's the point. That's the point. So we're challenging our friends to give up doing all that stuff, you know, and obviously start your own business. That's the key. Start your own business.
Yeah, well, that's good.
We're about done, and we can just talk afterwards. And then from that point, you guys, but the tools do most of the work for you, bro. The website, youtube.com/VerveEnergy, and then Facebook, you guys. Some of our Facebooks, a collage of people posting pictures of their checks, their cars, big events. You guys, Michigan State made Verve an official club. It's a registered club, because it's not focused, bro, on the party and the girls tonight and all that. I get that, dude. I've done that. We did that. It's what, it's goal setting. What do you want to make? How much money do you want to make this month? It's leadership. You have to lead your team. Anton, you got to show and lead our team. You got to show your friends how to build, how to do it. Step by step, you gotta work with them. Speaking, you will get better talking in front of people when you tell your story. Jamie, you were not good when I first met you, but you've gotten so much better. Because you get better as personal development, and we'll put you guys on some books and different things, like short read books. You guys go online and watch The Secret by Bob Proctor. Go read a book called U Squared, called How to Make a Quantum Leap. Quantum leaps in this book called U Squared changed my whole life. Look at Jim Rohn. You can read about personal development in general, man. Some of the most successful entrepreneurs in the world. Read a book called The Business of the 21st Century by Robert Kiyosaki. One of the most well-known real estate moguls I've ever heard about. And he talks about the business of the 21st century is network marketing. Because you don't know what you don't know. We're going to wrap it up. So number one, gauge your interest in the product. Number two, Understand the numbers, we'll remind you, we're gonna help you. Number 3, the tools do a lot of the work for you. Let your homie try Verve or watch this video. Try Verve, get on YouTube or go on the website. Use the tools, and then number 4 is the support. You guys, I come out here every month. Why? Because there's no way I'd be at where I'm at unless I had the support of people who knew what they were doing. Pushing me along, helping me every day, every day. And you have to support people, one, that care. I don't know how many times you go to your job every day and they actually care about your future. Okay, because most people are losing their jobs, companies are closing, pay cuts are happening. But you have the support of people that have an invested interest in you. If you grow, I grow. That's the best way to run a business. I've never seen anything like that. So my view, guys, in last closing, it's not a get rich quick. You will not have 50, 100 orders on you tomorrow. Okay? The reason we're here is from a 16-year-old from Battle Creek named Carmen Munder, is 16. This kid hit diamond in his 4th month, making over $1,200 a month, got car qualified, and we're here because of that reason. But Carmen will tell you at 16 it's not a get rich quick. I'll tell you I've been in the game 6 years. Okay, number 1. Number 2, we're open in 60 countries. Anybody have any friends out of the U.S.? Because I do. And this is a chance now you can use that to your advantage. Why? Who knows somebody in Canada? I was just doing a meeting at LSSU at Lake Superior State. Yeah, I went all the way up there. And all these people were at the meeting from Canada. The University of Toronto has 70,000 students. You guys, think of how big we're thinking with this. But Canada, Mexico, Europe, Asia. You guys, we're opening in Dubai and Saudi Arabia in like August. You guys, this is not just Detroit. You know, there's more people in the world. And now you don't get paid on who you. Don't be excited about who you know. Be excited about who he knows. Because he hops on board in your team, bro, and that guy can go wild with this. And the next thing you know, you got all these people in Mexico, you got people in Europe. We have a kid that's just about to hit diamond at University of Amsterdam. So you never know where you'll end up. But you guys, we're open in 60 countries on my last spot, and I'll touch on it. And then you guys can do your own homework. And I'll give you my view, and it's okay to disagree. That's the beauty of life. And there's 4 valid points why this is not a pyramid scheme. First of all, a pyramid scheme in my eyes is illegal. A pyramid or a Ponzi scheme. So last year, we did $117 million in sales of Vemma and Verve product. So if we were a scam selling $117 million in sales of this product, we would have been shut down. At $100 million? You out of your mind? That's a lot of money. The Better Business Bureau has rated us AA+. Number 2, Dr. Oz will never have Verve on his show. Go do your own homework, droz.com, search Verve. He would never have Verve on his show, you guys, if this is an illegal business. Or you're telling me that the Phoenix Suns made Verve their official drink with a Verve nightclub in the arena, but we're a pyramid scheme. Again, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I'm not a dummy. But if there is no product or a commodity, I think a lot of people have seen different things, they've tried different things. My view, if there's no tangible product or commodity, somebody like you spent money and got nothing. You got on board with him, spent money, got nothing. You got on board, you spent money, got nothing. And it was daisy chained all the way around the room. Round last, homie, you got me on this, I spent money, I got nothing. To me, that would look like a money game. And a lot of those things are like $2 grand or $1 grand, and you make all this money signing people up. That's not how it works, you guys. If I ordered a case of Verve from you, you make 10. If I got 2 cases of Verve, you make 20. If I get a silver pack, which I think sets you up to succeed, you make 100. So you make 10, 20, 100 if I get 1 case, 2, or 7. Well, the reason I have 7 cases and start that way, 2 reasons. Number 1, you've got to have product. If we had a meeting today with no Verve, y'all can just go home, because you're not going to do it unless you try it. Number 1, so you got to have product on hand to make it work. And number 2, there's a bonus called the Frenzy. The Frenzy bonus says if you get a builder pack and get 3 guys on in a week, like the customers, you get 3 customers, your product's free. 3 people on board in the business in a week, you make 700. Carmen Munder, young guys, have gotten a builder pack, got 3 or 6 people on board in a week. Their first check in the business was $700 or $1,400. And you can do that every week. Now, maybe you don't do that weekly. Remember your right and your left?